Today we're going to take a look at the double angle formula. So for the sake of time, well actually why don't we try this one. So a review, if we're asked to solve this one is set up in the form that we could do the quadratic formula. So let's see here. So we'd have the opposite of b, click in there, plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times 4. So we have the opposite of b plus or minus the square root. 3 squared is 9 minus negative 16, so that would be 25 all over 8. So you have the opposite of 3 plus 5 over 8 and negative 3 minus 5 over 8. Well, this is negative 8 over 8, so we have negative 1. 2 over 8, so we have 1/4. Well, I notice 1/4, that's in a unit circle value, so we are solving where does the sine of x equal negative 1. So let's see, that's our y value, so right down here we have 0, negative 1. So at 270, which we know is 3 pi over 2. So what we're going to look at today is all these formulas and how to use them. And I'm going to have us cross out this one because for your notes, what you'll be able to use on the test are these, which are taped to that formula sheet on your desk, but you won't be given the tangent. You guys know some stuff about tangent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, which is y over x, which is sine over cosine. So if we were asked to find the tangent of 2 theta, we could just say, well, it's the sine of 2 theta over the cosine of 2 theta. So the first one we're going to look at today, we're going to draw a picture of this. And we're going to draw it out, we have our opposite over our hypotenuse here, sine. So if we were to draw this, we have opposite over hypotenuse. So our adjacent here, so we have 2 squared plus x squared equals 3 squared. So 9 minus 4, so x squared is 5. So this side length is root 5. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start finding all of these. So this doesn't need to be here right now. Come on, it's fine. So let's see, our triangle, we had 2, 3, and root 5. And from our formula sheet, we have that this equals 2 sine of theta cosine theta. And now we just fill in the blanks. 2 times our sine was 2/3. Our cosine is root 5 over 3. And fractions we multiply across. So 2 times 2 is 4. Root 5 over 9. And then that's our answer. For the cosine, we have a couple that we could find here, formulas, and you can use any 1, 2, or 3. So I'm just going to use that top one, that this is equal to the cos squared of theta minus the sine squared of theta. And we're using that same triangle. We had 2, 3, and root 5. So our cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, but we're going to square that, minus our sine, opposite over adjacent, squared. So this becomes 5/9 minus 4/9. So we end up with 1/9. And then our tangent, and we don't need this here either. Again, we know our tangent is sine over cosine, so this is the sine of 2 theta over a cosine of 2 theta. So we're going to go back here. And here was our sine of 2 theta. So we have 4 root 5 over 9 divided by our cosine was 1/9. So that can be gone. So we have 4 root 5. Now the next one we look at, the trickiest part on these is deciding what quadrant. So when we look at this one, our sine is positive, so it's not in these because our sine's negative there. And our cosine is negative. Well, it's positive and positive, so that's over here. So we have 3 over 5, and it'd be negative 4 over 5. So our sine, this one was 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. So 2 times 3/5 times negative 4/5. We can put this over 1. Multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6 times negative 4. So we have negative 24/25. And then our cosine. Again, you could use any of those three, but we were using cosine squared minus sine squared. So our cosine, negative 4/5 squared, minus our sine of 3/5 squared. So we have 16/25 minus 9/25. 16 minus 9 is 7/25. And then this last one, what does it tell us here? We're given our sine and it's in quadrant 1. So opposite over hypotenuse. And this isn't quite a 3, 4, 5 because 5 has to be our hypotenuse. So 3 squared plus x squared equals 4 squared. This is 9 and 16. So that would be x squared equals 7. So this is root 7. That was pretty messy there. And it asks for the cosine. So this would be root 7 over 4. And then our sine of 2x. We know this is 2 sine of theta cosine theta, or x, of our angle. So we have 2 times 3/4 times root 7 over 4. So 2 times 3, so we have 6 root 7 over 16. And you could reduce this down to 3 root 7 over 8. So the cosine of 2x, we'll keep using that one. We were using cosine squared minus sine squared. So our cosine, root 7 over 4 squared, minus our sine, 3/4 squared. So we have 7/16 minus 9/16. So that would be negative 2/16, or negative 1/8. And then we have our tangent. Well, we know this one is our sine of 2 theta over our cosine of 2 theta. So we have 3 root 7 over 8 divided by negative 1/8. So we just have negative 3 root 7.